did the face. We need to select the radishes here. We'll go over to the radishes. This time we're going to do what we did with the melon head. Again, we're going to take the rectangular marquee tool, make a selection around it. We're going to take the magic wand tool. When we go back into that rectangular space, we hit Option. You see a minus appear. You'll take the move tool, you'll pick it up, and you'll drag it onto the space. And now we've got the radish in place. We want 2 radishes, so we're going to hit the Option key and duplicate it like we did with the eyes. And we have to flip this one. So to flip it, go over to where it says Edit. And then go down to where it says Transform. And then go over to Flip Horizontal. So you're going to go Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal. And it does that, and we can put that in place. So now we're getting closer to what we need to do. We've got a couple of things left. Let's go back to the original here. Now, some of these tools are quite interesting to use, and I'm not going to tell you which ones you have to use, but they all will help you do different things. So let's zoom in here, and I'm going to make an attempt to make a selection of this bow tie. First, let me hit deselect because I recognize I have the radish is still selected. Hit deselect, I'm going to take. And I can do this most likely and with the quick select tool, have a small brush and go through it. It's not perfect, so see here you have to clean up. You hit Option and you can subtract. But sometimes that's not even enough, so I recommend going over to the lasso tool, pardon me, right here. Zoom into your space, and it's okay to correct things manually. So here I'm going to hit the Option key, and when I do, let's zoom in a little more. I'm going to hit the Option key, and when I do, I will be able to manually make optional changes. So I hit Option, and the minus appears, and I can cut this out and get rid of that. And if I want to add something, let's see, I want to get rid of this little piece here. And I think I need to add this piece, hit Shift, and I can bring that little corner in. So you can go around the object and tweak it and adjust it here. I want to subtract, Option. So using that lasso tool can really help you refine a selection. I'm looking through here. I want to hit Shift to add because I feel this could be added to it. This could be added to it. This could be subtracted, so I hit Option. I can hit Option, subtract this little piece, and this is how you get a really nice pure selection. By zooming in, now I'm going to take the Move tool, I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to drop it over into this space. Now if you notice, the finished product, that noodle is a little bit different looking, okay? It's a little bit elongated. It looks like the color's been tweaked just a little bit. So I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to go to Image, Adjust, Edit, and here we go, Transform, or Free Transform I'm going to use, and I'm going to elongate it by stretching it, and then bringing it down just a little bit. Now, you're not going to get it exact like the picture, but explore what you can do with it. Put it in place where you want it, and then double click it. Now here I'm going to notice the color in the final product. It tends to be a little bit more yellow, so I'm going to do color balance. Image, Adjust, Color Balance. And let's see if I add a little yellow. All right, let's see, a little, yep. A little here, a little there. No, definitely a little lighter. Here. So adjust my color. And I also think I'm going to have to go and do hue and saturation here. So I'm going to hit Command U, and I'm going to move that color. Oh, there we go. I think that's looking better. Lower the saturation. Change my value. And once I've adjusted it so it looks better for me, I can let that go. Now, let's continue on to developing the collage. We're going to go over. I'm going to make a selection of the ears. So here I'm going to use Quick Select. I'm going to go into this space, and I only want to select the orange part of the grapefruit. I'm going to take the Move tool, pick it up, and drop it in place. Oops, Command Z. Why did that happen? That happened because I made a selection while I already had a selection. So let me deselect. That's a good thing to happen, to let you see how that things like that happen. Get my move tool, my quick select tool, select that. This time grab the move tool, bring it over, and yay, I did it correctly this time. I'm going to go back to edit, and I'm going to go transform or free transform. When you put your mouse on the outside of the circle, it lets you the outside of the corner, lets you rotate it, and then you can put one in place. If you like where you have it, double click it like that, and now you can take and you want to duplicate it. So you hit the Option key and you can put it on the other side. Now we want to flip it horizontally. So we're going to go Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal, and we have it here. Now you're probably thinking, why is it that it's on top? Well, we have here the grapefruit needs to be put below the cantaloupe. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on my layers behind it. And I'll do it with the other one as well. So now that one's also behind it. So now the ears are behind. If I put the ears in front, it looks like that. If I put it behind the cantaloupe, it's now behind. So now we have almost all of it done. We need to accomplish the mushroom head. So let's come over here. Let's grab our quick select tool, make a selection around it. Now it's a tough selection because these colors are very similar. So we may have to go in and zoom in and make sure we've done it correctly. Go in and now look what I've done there. I failed to deselect that. So let me deselect and start my mushroom over. See, easy mistake to make over and over again. So I'm glad you're seeing me correct myself. Okay, so now notice here I have to grab these edges, make sure I have a clean selection. If I'm satisfied with it, take the move tool, drop it in place. Thought I dropped it, I guess I didn't. Oh, I did drop it. It landed behind the melon. There we go. Move it up top. There it is. Now, all these objects, I don't have enough room for my hat, so here's what I have to do. I'm going to take and make sure your move tool's on auto select. I'm just going to move everybody down a little bit. Let's bring this down. Let's bring you. Bring these fellers down. And these, and that. And now my mushroom, I want it behind the head, right? So what am I going to do? Take it and put it behind the melon. And now it's behind. And I can bring that down a hair. And if you've accomplished this, you've done a great job. Give yourself a pat on the back and make sure you hit save. And make sure that you say, well, I have that as a PDF. I don't want that. I'm going to save the original as a Photoshop. I'll put that into my Dropbox. That's where I save my things. And then I'm going to do a save as again. And on the save as, I'm going to take it. This time, I'm going to make a JPEG. So just change one digit here. Put a 1 or A or whatever you'd like. And then go to Format. It'll switch to JPEG. This way, that'll work for everyone. And then hit save. And you'll have a JPEG format you can post on your website. I hope that was successful for you. And if you need help, ask Mr. Cuevas.